Another Texas Chainsaw Massacre film is yet added to this franchise. And if you can tell by my demeanor, that should tell you all you need to know about this film.
And here we go.
Yes, sir. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Yet another Texas Chainsaw Massacre film is added to the franchise, and it's exactly what I expected. Leatherface is back in all its glory and dismay. So let's get on to this review. And I'm gonna keep this one short. I don't have much to say about it. It's exactly what you would expect. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it either. To me, it didn't bring much to the franchise, and for them to call this a direct sequel to the 1974, which I presume a lot of people would consider a classic. Me, I'm new to this franchise, sort of, because I just recently seen the 74 film. But yeah, it's been held as a classic from a lot of people that I'm familiar with. And this ain't it, Jack. This is not it. It did not do the original any justice, in my opinion. It kind of felt like a different film altogether, besides the title character being, Leatherface. And some of my gripes, you know what? I'll start off with some of my the good stuff I found about this film, and I'll keep that short and sweet because the best parts about this film were the kills. Yeah, nothing more, nothing less. Leatherface got off in some instances. He had some pretty nice creative kills, and I'm starting to see a theme with these new age slashers that there is heavy focus on the killing techniques. For example, you had Halloween Kills. Michael Myers was going off, absolutely going off. And then this recent Scream, Ghostface. Whew. I mean, like, if this was a sport, man, these the Jordans and LeBrons of the game right now. But Leatherface, he did his thing as well, just not as great as the other two. But yeah, as far as things I like, that's about it. Getting to the negatives, the cast. The cast is just it's pretty bad. A lot of boneheaded decision making that throws it back to the early, 90s, 80s, like the tropes in horror that a lot of people dislike, making stupid decisions just so you could, kill them off. Like, I felt like these weren't real characters. I felt no attachment to them, which is not a necessity. You don't really need that nowadays, but give me something at least. They felt like cannon fodder, and what I mean by that, like, they felt like Power Ranger putties. Like in the Power Ranger TV show, like the putties come out and they're just used to showcase the Power Rangers, kicking butt and stuff like that. And these characters were just used for Leatherface to go off and destroy them. And yeah, I didn't like that aspect. Besides the kills, like this film had terrible narratives. I understand why it went straight to Netflix. Yeah, and I'm really baffled why they decided to make this a direct sequel to the original, because you only do that when you're for sure that you got a good thing. Like Halloween 2018, they made it a direct sequel to the original, and it made 100% sense when you seen it, because it's one of the best Halloween films, me personally, that I've seen. So I could accept that being a direct sequel, but this right here, not to me. And also, it did bite a lot of Halloween with the Laurie character. The newer Halloweens with the Laurie character coming back and trying to take out Michael Myers that's been tormenting her for years, and they have that aspect here as well with the girl that got away in the 74 classic. But yeah, man, I felt like this film didn't stand on its own 2 feet. Besides a few gimmicks with some nice kills, it brought nothing else to me. And yeah, and also going back to the character that survived in 74 and is being used here as a tool. Unlike the way they use Laurie in Halloween, I know you're seeing these comparisons a lot. It's just because I felt like they really bit off the Halloween franchise a lot. But I did not like how they used her at all. some of the like it goes toe and toe with what I'm saying with some of these decision makings that these characters it's bonehead decisions. It made no sense to me, and the conclusion was just as ridiculous as the whole film was. But yeah, those are my short little thoughts about this film. I don't have much more to say because I'm not. If I don't necessarily love a film, I have no reason to stand to wait 10, 15 minutes just bashing it. It didn't work for me, and I'm sure it works for a lot of other people. It follows a lot of familiar beats that typical slashers do. So yeah, I can see people liking this, but me personally, I wanted a little more, especially if you're gonna make this big thing about it's a direct sequel and stuff like that. To me, stuff like that hold weight, a lot of weight. So yeah, and as far as the Leatherface character, I never really had that big of an attachment to him. Like I said, I just recently seen 74 Texas Chainsaw. I saw the one with Jessica Biel and some others that I can't really remember, but the Leatherface character is not that appealing to me. Not at all. Not in comparisons when you have the big names of Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy, even Ghostface. Like, I remember my Ghostface review, I felt like Ghostface himself didn't get the respect that he deserves, and he's not that frightening of a character in comparison to the other ones. But I'm starting to definitely feel the same about Leatherface, and I think it's because the majority of his films and his franchise has been lackluster to say the least. But yep, that's my quick little review on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's out on Netflix right now. Give it a watch. Like I said, you might actually enjoy it. And yeah, until next time, I'm out. Peace.